So this is a page by Lee Weeks from Detective Comics, and honestly, I have no interest in Detective Comics whatsoever. But I was flipping through Lee's portfolio at Heroes Con, and this one just really jumped out at me. And a beautiful composition throughout the entire page, great sense of mood and pacing, and I love the unique expression that Batman's face has in panel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just very unique to me, and I inquired about a price, and Lee was like, "What can you afford?" And he was very generous with the price, and very thankful to him for kind of bringing the price down to something where I could afford it. And it's one of my favorite pieces in my collection, and I love showing it off. So this is a piece by James Harren in his run on BPRD, specifically the run where the BPRD goes into New York to try and cleanse the monsters that have gone into the city. And it is a wild comic. It's fantastic. The visuals are amazing. But I remember going to the comic book store. This is from the first issue of that arc, and reading this and this page and just being completely flabbergasted. And, you know, I've said it once, I'll say it again, like, anything that makes me want to draw, I treasure it, and this page makes me want to draw, especially the grenade launcher scene in the bottom panel. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so well done. So much energy and action, kineticism, and James has always been an inspiration ever since the first time I saw his work, and he continues to be to this day, and I'm happy that I was able to actually get this page from Felix, the first original art page that I ever spent, relatively a lot of money on for me at the time, and still a lot of money now, but first investment into original art, I guess you could call it, and I'm so happy to have it. So this is a Simon Roy page from the reboot of Prophet that Brandon Graham got started with Rob Liefeld, and this is, I believe, in like the third arc / series / trade paperback where the Prophet clones are attacking the towers of the Tal Yuva to retake it for the Earth homeland. And this is a page with no name characters on it, nobody that we've seen in the series before, just random soldiers attacking the Crystal Blessed Palace. And I love it. It has this kind of Star Wars kind of quality of just showing random soldiers doing something to move the plot forward. And the action and the joy that I see in Simon Roy's lines is something that has inspired me every day since I saw them. And I love the guy. I love the rappelling down. I love the tink, the hand-drawn letters. It's my favorite piece in my collection by far. And it's such an awesome page. So this is actually a commission done by Eric Canete, Brarios. We did an art trade at New York Comic Con, and it's one of my favorite commissions of all time. Love the composition. It's so tactile. Everything's just laid out really well. I love the way that he tones his drawings. I don't know, there's not much to say about this piece because so much about it is there on the page. It's hanging right above my drawing desk. I look up all the time and watch it, or look at it, and as I'm drawing, and it's honestly, I don't know, it's fantastic. Such a great piece. Thanks, Eric, for rocking it. This is a Hellboy piece by one of the two guys who do Creaturebox, Dave Guertin. Yeah, I inquired at Heroes Con one year if he maybe would be interested in doing a Hellboy piece, because I knew he had drawn a lot of them. And turns out that he was actually a fan of my comic Space Mullet, my webcomic Space Mullet. And he was very excited to do it, to fit one in, and I was very thankful for that. And I knew that he was really busy, so I didn't necessarily expect an amazing piece. I was ready to take anything at all. And actually, when I got this piece on Sunday, right as the show was ending, I just saw just how much time and effort he put into those lines and the coloring, and I got kind of emotional. I started crying when I got it, and it was kind of awkward. But that should just go to show just how much it meant to me. That I think it's very clear the time and energy that has gone into those details. I mean, it's little subtle things like this that, you know, I never expect in a commission, because especially at a show, there's so much going on, and I am so thankful to Dave for rocking it, and it still is an inspiration to me. This is a piece by Edvin Biukovic from the series Grendel Tales, written by Darko Makan. It was in a Dark Horse series back in the 90s. It's my favorite comic book series of all time, and I knew that I had to have a page from it. And I loved the timing of this page. I loved the first 4 panels of just this intensity of this character who's been ordered to basically blow up an entire city, and he has to do it while the entire population of that city is watching him. And it's fantastic. That middle panel, panel 5, is such a fantastic drawing. And you know, all of the pages that I was looking at those available, you know, a lot of the really quote unquote money pages were gone. But you know, I knew that I had to have a piece from that series just because it was just such an inspiration to me, and I love that artist. But I found one that I could love on its own terms. And you know, sadly he passed away in the late 90s, and I'm just happy to have one piece just to, you know, I'm not sure what to say, I guess, but this piece means a lot to me, and I'm glad to have it.